You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Learn more at wearelibertarians.com.
Welcome to the Hog of Liberty podcast. This is episode number 447 of East Central's favorite podcast. Jeremiah Morrill here, joined by executive video producer, audio engineer, Mr. Zach Burcham.
Good evening.
He's the guy that's supposed to talk me out of bad things, and he says, no, you should do it.
Does he normally have his shirt off? Okay, I didn't know. It's hot in here.
Depends on the day. If he's running through the neighborhoods, he's been told he should keep it on.
Okay.
Mr. Bones, you're in the co-host chair today.
Howdy.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome. We're doing great. We've got Lee Marcum, local legend, is going to be is with us today. He's going to be
legend. I like that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah. Listen, man. We'll give any title we want.
I do what I can. Thanks, guys.
You tell me you're not a local legend, and then we'll go the other way. But I think it counts.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Our show today, Lee has a new venture that we're going to talk about called Fresh Line Coffee. We're going to explore that, see how it came to be, and learn about the product. Very, very exciting. Little bit of local news. Last week we talked about volunteer fire departments, and wouldn't you know it, there's news about local volunteer fire departments this week. Spoke it into existence. And then we're going to spend some time talking about sports at the end, because we always need, after we do the politics stuff, we always need something to bring us back to center. Yeah. And it's in Bones' contract that we have to do sports.
It is.
So that's our plan. This show is about our lives in rural Indiana. We're going to push your boundaries and make you think as individuals. Sometimes we'll provoke you. Other times we'll make you laugh. But hopefully you'll always learn something new. We do stream live on YouTube and Facebook nowadays.
The Facebook.
The Facebook, yes. Apparently they're making a movie about the Facebook that we're all going to learn about.
Just drop the.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, listen, I've got my cornell.edu email address that allowed me to get on the Facebook
Early.
Yeah. Actually, it was Indiana Wesleyan. Not quite the same. We're not as good at sports. I think it was Ivy League only to start, though.
Yeah.
We are already derailed. Good job, everybody. So we stream over on those platforms, and if you are a patron of this show, you get a special Facebook group live feed where we do an extra 15-20 minutes every week and tell stories. Complain about what's going on at home, crib building, all that kind of stuff. That's what happens in the Patreon. And those are the folks that help us get on the air each and every week and make this show free for everybody else. Now, you name your price over there. You pick whatever, you want to sign up for $5 a month. Cool. You want to do $1 a month? That's fine. But if you do $50 or more a month, you get a special sponsor read from Mr. Bones at the top of every episode. And these have been going very well lately.
They have.
You've been doing great.
We'll see if we can keep up the good work.
All right. No pressure.
No pressure.
You're on the clock.
But we have to thank those people. And Jonathan Phillips being one over there at Ed Martin Honda. You need a new car, used car, slightly really old car. Ed's your man. Blake Reese over at Varsity Outfitters making everybody look good. If we want to pay a close attention to Jeremiah's left shoulder.
Do have the custom PFG that he hooked me up with. You're not sporting a t-shirt this week. You went fancy.
I'm not. I just kind of today's been a day. Okay, we're lucky we found a shirt to wear. Socks, on the other hand, not so much.
Are we on our original socks still, or was there a problem?
No. We're on the original pair.
All right,
but they probably need to be thrown away.
This is going great. Okay, yeah. All right.
Tommy Oaks over at Walnut Ridge RV. I passed that on the way here. Everything looked like they were booming.
They had plenty of campers in case you're ready this weekend. If you need one for the 4th of July.
They had campers coming in.
All right.
Coming out, going in, everything. If you want to practice, you can practice there. Say maybe this is not what we like. Try a different one. Pretty nifty little setup over there.
Let you sleep in it a time or two.
Yeah. Little compound they got set up.
You want to go test drive one for a weekend?
Yeah, you might be able to.
All right.
When you drive by there and you see the testers, it has a cult-like feel to it because they're not the real ones. They're still trying to figure it out. So you get like a David Koresh vibe when you're there. At least that's how I feel. But I get it. You've got to test it out. It's okay.
While you're there testing, you know what'd be fun to do? Have a Pops recycle.
Oh, a Schwinn.
Yeah.
A vintage Schwinn bike.
Yeah.
Roll it around in the campground.
Sounds like fun.
But if you get too far outside and you venture out on 38, just make sure you look both ways. Otherwise, you may need moral monument cleaning one day to clean up your headstone. Not yourself, but the headstone.
Yeah.
Somebody will have to look after you.
Yes.
You should leave it in your will and say, hey, I want you to take care of me. You have Joyce over at Moral Monument Cleaning. Look over me.
Put it in your will. Yeah. A little trust fund.
Yeah.
For moral monuments to keep your tombstone looking fresh.
$150 every year.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like name your own price.
Rest in peace, Princess Diana.
But remember, what's the disclaimer, Bones?
She doesn't clean dead people,
Just the stones.
just the stones.
They
Not
had to add
not
that
the family
because
stones, but just the monument stones.
If you want to inquire, though, maybe she's going to increase her services offered.
That's
There's enough
true.
demand. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Everybody's got a price.
Yeah, exactly.
entrepreneurs will do things.
Uh-huh.
I think that's top 5 best ever. You did fine.
That's probably bottom 10.
All right. I feel good about it.
Okay.
So you've
feel
done more
good,
than
I feel
15.
good.
All right.
I've lost count of them. I've got it.
He really wishes I would record him and put him on a button so he didn't have to do
No,
it.
no.
If I get really good at one, can we have to record it?
No, the only thing we recorded so far is, where is it?
You got the Betsy Mills button?
Yeah, right here.
Just love to raise taxes.
She just loves to raise taxes.
Pretty good at it.
She hates me for that, but
Just love to raise taxes.
She'll be a delegate this weekend in Fort Wayne picking our next Secretary of
I
State
can't
candidate.
wait to see how that goes. I know who she won't vote for, but there's still so much angst amongst that party about. They're both those races are a lot of angst in the parties, but
It's going to be fun. There are going to be 4 candidates on the ballot this fall for Secretary of State. It's going to be great. It's going to be good for those of us that dabble in political talk. But this is the off season. Today, we're here for coffee talk.
Oh, is that for me?
It's
yes,
good.
it's
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Lee Marcum, formerly the CEO of Jack's Donuts,
Mhm.
now you've launched a new business.
Yep.
Fresh Line Coffee.
Correct.
Tell us about that. What the company is.
Well, coffee is one of those things because my time with Jack's Donuts, obviously, I worked with coffee a lot. And I remember in 2018, I went to Coffee Fest in Seattle because Jack's was using a consultant at the time. And he was like, you got to go to Coffee Fest.
I think that would be awesome.
If you like coffee, it is awesome. But I'm going to tell you something. Do you remember you remember Tiger King?
Absolutely.
Okay. So in Tiger
Did everybody live through COVID?
Absolutely,
Well,
yes.
most did.
Yeah. I had to
So,
put 2 and 2 together. There for a second.
So Tiger King, they talked about how in the world of wild animals that cat people are a whole different breed. Now, in the world of food and beverage, coffee people are the cat people of the food and beverage industry. They're just a unique type of people and they're crazy. But this trip really was, it was so much fun because the guy I was with, Wes, he took me to all of these different coffee roasters that were in Seattle, some of the best of the best. And I had coffee that I'd never had before. And there were a couple things that were so great about it. It was fresh and it was a good quality of coffee. And I was always thinking, why do we not have stuff like this in Indiana? And the truth is that the coffee industry, rethink about it, it's just in the grocery stores. But now as coffee is growing, people are expecting more out of it, just kind of like they do wine and beer. And one thing I realized was that nobody was really guaranteeing at the time, nobody was really guaranteeing fresh coffee. Plus, it was also really complicated. And that's another thing about it that just drove me nuts because I'm not going to say the name of the place, but I went to this coffee house that had some of the best coffee in the world. And I went home and got on their website and they had 24 roasts and I didn't even know what I drank because all the descriptions were just so much that it's like, what the hell is in this? Afterbirth? Like, I'm just saying that, like, because we were talking about babies earlier, but I didn't know what was in half the stuff. I just knew it wasn't afterbirth, but I knew it was good. And I tried to order it online and I'm pretty knowledgeable with coffee and I know what the hell I was getting. So when my time kind of freed up and I was kind of figuring out what I wanted my next step to be, coffee just seemed like the obvious choice because it was like, how can we guarantee fresh coffee? The world we live in now, everything gets shipped. And how can we guarantee a quality coffee? So I know a quality roaster. We can ship anything now. The world is completely different. So I thought, let's see if we can create a business out of this. But
And you guys did have some really cool products back then that you had launched. You did a nitro cold brew that was canned, that was fantastic. You always had drinks to go. You guys were embracing coffee as a business.
Those projects were so fun. One of the things that was difficult about it though was that the focus was just on donuts. And I get it. That's who we were. And I really was leaning into the coffee more. So when my time was freeing up and I was able to look at my next opportunity, coffee just seemed like the natural fit. And Fresh Line was kind of born out of that. But when you're building a business, for all of our entrepreneurs out there, a great idea is only one thing. Branding is so important with everything. And I knew I had an idea with fresh coffee, fresh quality coffee that anybody could understand and anybody could order. But you have to make it sellable. You have to make it something that's marketable that people are really going to get behind, because we buy with our emotion. We do. But it's like, well, I also don't want to come up with something that's complete bullshit either. So as I started working on this about March or April of last year, but I really wasn't all in. I had an idea of what kind of flavors I wanted. I knew I wanted to do 4 flavors, but my focus was just on fresh. And nobody's going to buy something just because there's leaves on it and it's fresh and it makes them feel good, unless that's what you're in the market for. And so I'm thinking, how can I make this brand broader? And to be completely honest with you, I really was at a loss. And in August or September of last year, I was doing some work in Florida, and I have a cousin who has a staff all over the country who's in the baking industry. And one of his employees, I was working with one of his employees, and we were talking, and keep in mind, this is somebody I only had like 3 conversations with in my life. So I say that because that's how much on the surface it was of what was going on in my life at the time. And I was talking to her, her name's Lauren, and Lauren and I were talking, and she was saying, well, what's your idea with coffee? And I was like, fresh. And she was like, what's your brand? And I was like, I don't know, fresh, happy, good, maybe a bunch of influencers on Instagram. And she was like, yeah, that kind of
It's not unique.
Yeah. And so I didn't realize at the time, we had a conversation. It was probably only about 5 or 10 minutes. And then about a week later, she goes, hey, I was thinking about your coffee thing. Do you care if I, take a look at it? And I was like, that would be, amazing. And so we started talking about kind of what my last year of business had been at the time. It was kind of turbulent. It was loud. It was noisy. But I'm going to be honest with you. When I was talking to her about it, I didn't mention any of that stuff. I just told her I was kind of in the middle of a career change and things like that. And little did I know, she got online and Googled me. And she saw all the things, because I was going through a lot last year in business, a lot of negative things being said about me online. And it was tough. But at the same time, though, I've got pretty thick skin. I've been in business long enough where stuff like that really doesn't faze me. And so I guess it wasn't really on the surface for me. And I remember she called me one night. And I mean, the reason we weren't talking a ton, I bring that up because that's just how on the surface what was going on in my life was. And she said, I've got an idea. And she sent me over the lion logo. And I was like, that's it. Like, that's exactly what it is. And then she said, I've got these roast idea names for Legacy, Fresh Start, Still Standing, The Comeback. And I was like, this is amazing. I am falling in love with this. People can get behind it. But I'm so stupid that it was really like a week later, as I started diving into this more, I was like, oh shit, this is about me, isn't it? And because I just wasn't dealing with what was going on in my life at the time. So I ended up just falling into this brand. And when I say falling into, I mean falling in love with it. It became who I was. It was an identity of something that I didn't realize was just right there. It just took someone with a good marketing mind to see it. And that's where Fresh Line was born, because it was always about quality coffee. It was always about fresh quality. But it's like, how do you bring that together and tie it to something that people can really get behind and feel emotional about? And I think everybody in their lives experience things like this. All of us are fighting our own battles, and all of us are going through things and have stresses that we don't even realize. You've got a kid on the way. We sit here and we joke about it, but I'm sure you're scared shitless too. It would be weird if you weren't.
Yeah,
I know. I know my second time around, I was still scared.
Life's going to change completely in a wonderful way, but it's going to be different.
You're going to get a fresh start. That's what it's about. And that's what this company represents, is it's about picking yourself up.
And I'm going to need some damn coffee.
You will. And I've got you. Don't worry about that. But this company is really about being resilient, dealing with life the way it should be dealt with, and embracing the struggles that we have, but also too, maybe being more sensitive to other people who are going through things. Because when I was dealing with what I was going through, it did change me. And it changed me in the fact that I think that people often forget that we're all human, that we all go through mistakes, and that we all screw up, or that we're all just fighting battles that people may not even realize. And that's what this brand was built behind, because I wanted something that I felt like people could genuinely care about. And that's what this brand is.
So you've explained what the brand is.
Yeah.
how do people get it? This is the whole goal is to give you fresh coffee
Yes.
because it has a shelf life.
Exactly. And we ship it out within 24 hours after it's roasted. So when you get it, it's about as fresh as it's going to get. Every bag has a stamp date, so you know when it was made. Because what a lot of people don't realize is all the natural good antioxidants in coffee and all the natural flavors in coffee are gone after about 30 days. And if you're buying a bag at the grocery store, it's been sitting in a warehouse for 2 months already. So you're really not getting what you're supposed to be getting.
You're getting caffeine, but you're not getting any health side.
That's exactly right. And I'm not even, and honestly, not just health, but flavor. You're missing so much of it. But to answer your question, freshlinecoffeeco.com. It's strictly online. That's the only way I can guarantee that you're going to get fresh coffee. Because, I mean, if we start dealing with vendors, if we start dealing with the retail side of things, I can't guarantee the product the way it's supposed to be. And so right now I'm all in on online. The response has been really good. A lot of positive feedback so far, but it's a new business and you have to educate people on it. You gotta run the gauntlet. You got to come talk to you guys about it. You've got to share what Fresh Line Coffee is. And I don't want to sit here and say it's not just coffee. It's a movement.
It's a lifestyle choice.
It's a lifestyle. That's exactly right. No, what it is you're getting coffee the way it was supposed to be. And that's what's so important about it.
It's just not coffee. It's a fresh start.
That's exactly right. Or you're still standing, or legacy, or the comeback. Thanks for putting that on the screen right in front of me.
Yeah.
I know them like the back of my hand. But
I like
easier.
visual aids, and
Yes.
it helps me from a distance here.
I do too.
So you got 4 different flavors. Walk
Yes.
me through what they mean. Obviously it means something to you, but they also, you said, hey, I want something still standing blend is going to taste like what? How do I know if I'm looking at the website and I'm like, what the hell do I want to order? I want to try this coffee. Which version is the most approachable? Which one is hey, this is going to kick you in the teeth or wake me up? What are the different forks in the road here?
Well, it's kind of like just pick your poison, like with anything. And we all have roast descriptions, or I have roast descriptions on every single bag to let you know what you're getting. But I'm going to tell you, like as an example, still standing, rich chocolate, creamy berries. I mean, somebody who doesn't know coffee too much, they're going to see creamy berries and they're going to be scared by that. But I can assure you, it will change your life. Because it's not like you're drinking grapes. It's not like you're drinking a bag of raisins.
It could be strawberries and cream.
There you go. And but those are the artificial flavors, though, that we do. Man, he just screwed everything up, didn't he? But
Hi, I'm Adam. We haven't met yet.
No, but that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted real natural flavors that people could get behind because they don't realize the crap they've been drinking for so many years, and that's what a lot of it is.
I'm very excited to try this.
I can't wait for you to
It's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
If I drink, I'm a man of 40. I can't have this at 8:30.
And I believe that was roasted within the last 5 days. So
That's-
it has been sitting in my house a few days. So,
that's awesome.
but you're still getting with that. You're still getting it within that 30-day window.
It's going to be the
which is
freshest
exciting
coffee I've
stuff.
ever tried. I guarantee you that.
It's funny because like I will go pick it up the roaster myself, and when I bring it back, if it's like only 12 hours old, it will rock your world. Like it really will, because it's something that you've never had. I personally like it probably about 5 or 6 days after it's been roasted. I think that's peak coffee. And that between day 5 and day 30, that's where it's at. I mean, it really, really is. And it is. It's something that will change your morning. And that's what Fresh Line is about. It's about starting over, and it's about a fresh start, obviously, in the name. And it's about new beginnings and really just getting behind something that you care about.
So is this it's beans.
Yes.
So you're going to grind it up
Yep.
yourself. Am I doing this? I like to do a French press coffee.
Yes.
That's kind of when I'm camping and
Yeah.
I've got the time, and I'll boil water, grind the beans, throw it in,
Yeah.
stir it up, wait the 8 minutes or whatever. And that's how I love it. It's it's great.
Sure.
Is this marketed towards that person? Is this marketed towards the person that's going to make espresso out of it? The person that's going to throw it in their Mr. Coffee? Who's buying Fresh Line right now?
That's the interesting thing about it. One of the things I really love about it and got so behind it is because to me, I think we're showing the French press people what good coffee is, even though I think they know what it is. But the people who don't really know what they're drinking, this is a lot more approachable, better coffee for them to start with. Because I mean, I always kind of compare it to wine because or even beer. There's cheap wine, there's cheap beer, and then there's high quality beer. But I think the difference with coffee between those is that there are just a lot of natural, good flavored antioxidants that are in it that the fresher you get it, the better it is.
All right.
So, yeah, I mean, I think this is I know this is a brand that anybody can relate to. And it's just about new beginnings. And that's what's so exciting about it.
So, Mr. Bones, you pick apart bourbon damn near professionally.
Okay, there we go.
So you can pull the oak notes, the cherry notes, all of that. How are you with coffee?
We could try.
I don't want
I'll
to.
give it
I
a
don't want to
shot.
open up his props,
No,
but I'm just curious because if we do the lineup, you can truly sit here and say, oh yeah, we could blind taste test Lee and say, oh yeah, this one is fresh dark roast, this is
Ooh,
legacy.
I like that. Yeah, I would love to do that. That
Yeah.
sounds fun.
yeah.
I've been drinking this, so my palate's not the best right now, but sure.
All right, I like the idea. So what's the is this the Marcum family packaging this up at home, sending it out? What's the distribution model?
So
Is this
I work-
the whole team involved.
So I work with a roaster who's a personal friend, and basically we had sat down and it's like, help me come up with these flavors, help me bring this to life, and that's what he had did. So no, it's not the Marcum boys at home. What it is this is Dad finding something that was missing. I feel like in the market that people don't realize is even missing, and that's what I'm doing. Is I'm pushing it forward. I'm pushing forward this new way of drinking coffee because people just don't really realize what they're missing out on. And I will tell you, I've had so many positive reviews from people letting me know that they didn't even realize they were drinking coffee all wrong. And the only way you don't know is if you really search it out. Well, it's on the internet now. And check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. We're trying to grow that following. I mean, the online world is a mean and ugly place, which is exactly why I wanted to be on there to bring something positive to it.
That's very good. And you've been through a lot of storms.
Yes.
Last year you had some haters that you tried to bring on the show and do that. I mean, we've had this conversation.
You're talking about the ones who maybe tried to run for sheriff and
Yeah.
look like Sergeant Slaughter? Okay.
Something like that.
All right, okay.
Something like that. I'm trying to keep everybody out of courtrooms because sometimes
Okay.
that stuff happens.
Sure,
and
yeah.
Things show up.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
All right.
you've tried to have conversations and lean into folks when there have been haters. You've done a really good job of engaging appropriately.
And you know what's funny is that you do really realize that once time passes, there are certain people who are in your life for seasons and then they kind of move on. And I think it's just what I've learned in the last year and a half is just to really find a lesson in all of it. Like genuinely, that's what it is. And it's about just learning from your mistakes and moving on. But also too, maybe when people are going through the times that they're going through, sometimes a nice cup of coffee is nice to have with that.
So I'm just looking at the website here.
Yeah.
It looks like about $22 for a bag.
FreshlineCoffeeCo.com.
Freshlinecoffeeco.com.
Yeah.
And then you've got bundles. So if you
Yes.
want to try multiples, you get 3 of them for like $58.
That's
and then maybe an appropriate shipping charge and some. Do you have to collect taxes or is it groceries? Is it in Indiana? Is it considered groceries? There's no sales tax. Do you have
There
to deal
is
with
a
that?
tax on there, and I'm going to be honest with you. That's a great question. Why
Yeah.
didn't you not ask me about that before
What
we
about
started?
That's a great question.
Because I can tell you, my accountant is probably listening. To
Yeah.
this going, don't look like an idiot.
Yeah, no.
I know there
listen,
are- yeah,
listen,
no.
this is a political podcast.
There are
sometimes
still taxes you have to pay on.
there's a libertarian bent, so I think
Sure.
you know.
No, I
So
think
we're
you're
gonna
right.
be like, dude, you shouldn't have. This is a grocery item. If you're selling in Indiana, we
You
got
are exactly right.
We are gonna have a coffee
Well,
party here.
Actually, I do know for a fact.
We're gonna be having you throwing coffee
and we
in
can
the
make some
in the
cocktails
in
with
the
it, too.
in the Big Blue River. Oh,
If you follow
espresso
us,
martini.
If you follow us online, I've been really fortunate. I have a buddy who is incredible at making the best cocktails, and we've made so many of them with coffee. I would love to come back and make some cocktails with you for you guys.
That sounds like a second
Not
date.
your wife until she has the baby.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
She's been strong through this.
all right.
She has.
And if she drank, I mean, we'll just do it off camera, okay?
Yeah, we won't
That's
tell.
a joke. just
We
so
won't.
she knows,
We
all
won't
right?
tell the child.
Okay. All right. But you know, being able to start over at 44 is something that's, might not have always been in the cards of what you wanted, but it's just important to keep moving forward. That the sun will come out tomorrow. I mean, I know that sounds like the cheesiest thing ever, but really life is just about moving forward. And I feel like that's what this brand represents. I feel like it's something that people can relate to.
I think obviously folks have in marketing of products, it's about personalities,
Sure.
it's about people, it's about we love the product that you were with before.
Yeah.
I still do.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited about this one and watching it grow. And I know that you have a knack that this is going to turn into something really cool.
Well, I appreciate that. And I think it's really about finding something you genuinely care about. And I never thought I would find something I cared about or got as excited about as I did when I found this, which is just the most amazing thing. And I'm extremely fortunate. I've got a great support system who's been there to help me from day one to get this thing launched. But ultimately, it does fall back on me. And that's what I like. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, you kind of get used to being uncomfortable because if you're in your comfort zone, you're not growing. That's something I've always told myself. And There's nothing wrong with people want to stay in their comfort zone. It's totally fine. It's not the entrepreneurial life that I live. And so you just kind of have to learn to accept people as they are and just move on from that.
So 4 different coffee brands, and then if you want to rep it, there's a merch store on there.
There is a merch on there.
Folks can get hooked up with the lion
right here. You know, I do what I can.
Yep.
But it's just about being proud of something you do and standing behind it, and that's what's great about this.
It's very, very nice.
I mean, they look good.
Yeah, it looks the branding is phenomenal, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's going to be fun, and the coffee. If I brought one more coffee cup home, I think I'm on it. If I bring a coffee cup home, I got to pitch a coffee cup program.
I had that at home. I get that. I get that.
We could make that a show topic. Bring in some low hanging fruit, and we'll pick the loser.
I'm still listening.
I'll be honest.
There's ones you can't touch though. I get that.
I'm right there with you because I've gotten in trouble for. I don't complain about it, but my wife is like, she's a teacher. She gets gifted tumblers like an alarming rate,
Mhm.
and so we have so many tumblers at home. Like, you gotta make some of these disappear. We can't keep these. So
Coffee cups is my vice. I get that.
Yeah. Well, so we'll go to like a flea market,
Okay.
and most of the stuff in a flea market I think is somebody else's junk. It doesn't do it for me. But man, I like glassware. So coffee cups, cool coffee cups, drinkware, whatever. And it got a little tense when I went into one the other day with my wife, because I'm like, oh, I really want that cup, and she's like, you do not. We have no room. I was like, but I need that martini glass or that margarita glass.
But they're functional.
Yeah.
And there's so many that bring back so many. There's so many like that bring back memories. Like, people remember there's like some small. I don't think they're not quite coffee cup size, but like they were like Garfield cups back in the day.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of random cups I have all kinds of crazy cups. So
I'm going to start having to build more shelves in here because the barware is starting to grow on this side as well in the studio.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What is your favorite coffee mug? What's one that or one or two that you're just like, no, there's no way I'll ever throw that out. And it can't be a personal one either. It's just got to be a cool one. Like if it were like, oh, this is my grandma's cup, you can't count that.
No,
give me something that's just cool novelty.
Yeah, I mean, I have a custom made cup that Dakota Davis's wife made for me.
Okay.
And it was made for the podcast.
All right.
And our sponsorship of the Indianapolis 500.
Very cool.
So it was like, it's got the IMS logo, it's got the Boss Hog logo, and it's got our lap sponsor on it. That one, whether it's an everyday carry or not, it's had some love. It's got dented up. It's going to be with me forever.
Fair
right.
enough.
That's one that's an always keeper. Past that, yeah. I mean, if it's for a friend's business, if they give me one, I'm going to hang on to it. I'm sentimental for that kind of thing. Rex Bell Contracting. Before he retired, he gave me a mug that I'll have forever. That kind of thing.
I have one that my stepdad, his mother had when she passed away, and I inherited it. And it says, it's like from like 1991. It says, "Let's have fun, go Reds." Or
Perfect.
Back to getting fun or something like that. I never drink out of it, but it's like, I can never get rid of that.
Yeah.
You just can't do it.
my mom has a bright yellow one that has a smiling face on it. It says "Keep Smiling." I believe it's for an antidepressant from like the 80s. It's wildly inappropriate, but it's because it's from like the 80s or the 90s.
Sure.
And so she's like cherished and not want anything to happen to it, because you can't get another one of these because nobody would make this.
Oh,
it's
no.
not tasteful at all.
Maybe Etsy. Like that's really your only shot with it.
Yeah. Yeah, cups and glassware are awesome. Like, I have a set from I have so many random cups from back in the day, thrown in places. I have a Bob and Tom set from Village Pantry when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh, keep those.
Every time I go to a Pacers game, and I know we're going to talk about the Knicks, and I just cannot wait to dump on them. But every time I go to a Pacers game,
The Knicks are lucky that the Pacers took this year off.
They are, yeah. And but every time I go to a game, I always save the cups every time. But I have my kids, I have teenagers, so they ruin so many things. So it's like, I bring these home, but I guess that's my pack rat thing. That's my old lady thing. That's my butter containers I'm saving.
Yeah, I have a lot of the Coke from Colts games.
Okay.
Yeah, the Colts plastic cups or whatever, and they're good for just put a bunch of ice and a bunch of water in it.
Zach, you're right. We could have had a whole show about this.
Great set of Pizza King cups.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dogs get fed every day from Mug and Bone cups.
So I got a bunch of money on cups.
Those big plastic ones. Those are the dogs get fed.
Somewhere I have an
feed out of.
insulated water jugs, probably like a couple liters, 3 or 4 liters, maybe it's a gallon. It's Pizza Hut from back in the day when they would give them out when they had like the pizza but street balls. I have a couple of street balls too from back in the
used to have
day.
those street balls.
Yeah.
Hot Box Pizza has some legendary cups.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
they do.
Yeah, you know, yes, exactly.
So do the Greeks in Indianapolis.
Yes, they do too.
Same cups.
I saw them first as hot box cups, and then I went to a couple of Greeks. I'm like, "Do you want a cup to go?" I'm like, "Yes," if it comes in a free plastic cup.
Oh man! All right, let's follow the line down here a little bit. We got some other show topics we wanted to get into. We can always come back to coffee and cups at any time, though,
Okay.
if we need to. Last week we had Caleb Buchanan on, who's the public information officer for Knightstown Fire Department, and on June 16th, so just 2 days ago, Dunreath, Indiana Fire Department made an announcement that the chief said that the town has decided they are no longer going to use them for their fire services. They're canceling their contract. They're at an impasse. I think the contract was going to go through the end of this year, so they've got 5 or 6 months to get things figured out. Don't have a real opinion of this one yet, other than we're gonna watch it.
They have like a big garden hose or something. Like, what's their insurance plan here?
So obviously there's mutual aid. We learned about that last week, where other communities cover for folks. And that township has 2 fire departments, right? So the town of Spiceland has a fire department, and then Dunreath is a town, and they also have one. I've never quite understood the internal, and I've never applied myself enough to try to figure out why they have 2, but they do. And we'll find out what happens. But yeah, the town of Dunreath doesn't want to have the Dunreath Fire Department. The township still will, I guess. So we will see.
It's a wild situation. How big is Dunreath?
If you blink, you've missed it.
Yeah.
There's a stop sign, and that's about it, right?
There's 2, one on the south side of town, one on the north side of town.
Gorgeous this time of year.
It is. Dunreath is famous for a few things. None of them are the fire department. But there was a train derailment once. Yes.
Okay. When?
Boy, this is going to go.
Our lifetime?
No.
Okay. Right.
No.
Okay.
Like when trains were really important.
Okay. All right. Not when they just stopped traffic.
Maybe 1940s.
Okay.
And there was a song that was sang by Shady Stevens, who's a Henry County guy.
Okay.
Which was the Dunreath County accident, which was a parody or a copy of a Porter Wagner song, something accident, the whatever county accident. And it was because of that train derailment. And I think it charted. So that's the one piece of Dunreath trivia. And 2, and the more famous thing is the Goodyear blimp once got stuck in power lines in Dunreath in the 60s.
Wow, must have been pretty low.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. I think it was falling out of the sky and it landed in in the power lines.
But those are 2 pretty legendary stories, though. I mean, they really are. I mean, when you hear train wreck, do you immediately think of The Fugitive? Have you seen that movie?
Oh God,
okay,
yes.
yeah, that's
absolutely.
what I think of every time.
Yeah. We're gonna get a timestamp here for the Goodyear blimp.
Okay,
crash.
yeah.
Jeremiah would be a pain in the ass to watch Jeopardy with.
No, because I would never know the damn thing that mattered. 1968 was the Goodyear. It got tangled in power lines on US 40.
Oh, the humanity.
Here's an idea for somebody local. Somebody local needs to do a local Jeopardy like fundraiser thing where they bring on people and pit them against each other, but with random local trivia.
They should do that the next time there's an election.
Oh, should be how we determine
yes
who the winner
I think
is.
that's pretty important to know what these people actually know.
We'll host it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Writing that down, I get it. Okay.
Bones signs us up for all kinds of things. I'm in Pittsburgh next week. You're in charge of hosting the show.
Okay. Lee, you want to come back on?
You know where to find me. If I can wear a Fresh Line Coffee Co. shirt, I'll be here every
You
week.
wear whatever you would like.
All right. Okay.
So
You bring one for me. I'll wear
Is
it.
Zach supposed to have his pants off now? That's what I don't understand.
Things are
hot
falling.
in here.
Things are falling
Yeah.
apart over there.
Okay.
The New York Knickerbockers have won
Yeah.
the NBA championship.
Congrats.
The last time this happened, the president quit. So maybe.
I mean,
The coffee guy has no political opinions at all.
so you tell me there's still a chance for a silver lining.
No, I'm just while we're going down history of the 1960s and 1970s, I figured we might read this into the record. I'm from New York State originally. So I've been a Pacer fan since I got here. Didn't really have an NBA allegiance when I was a youth before I became a Hoosier. But a lot of my family is from New York State. And I've been pulling from my Uncle Gary through this because he's a long-suffering Knicks fan.
Okay.
And as the Knicks have had this series and this team, they've run up against the Indiana Pacers and have just gotten their teeth kicked in every single year by the Pacers. And this year, the Knicks had this crazy, crazy good run, and the Pacers took the year off, and it was finally their turn.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been talking about this and tracking it throughout the cycle. But yeah, congratulations to the Knicks.
I didn't realize the last time the Knicks were in the finals was 94.
Is that really the last time they made
I
it?
think so, wasn't it?
99, I think, because Latrell Sprewell was on the team.
Yep, I
it
think
was
that is right.
99.
Oh,
I think you're exactly right.
What famous NBA coach, former NBA coach, was on that Knickerbocker starting lineup from 53 years ago?
I've not studied for this test.
Okay, that's all right.
But I'm going to guess.
he's a coach now.
No, former coach.
Um,
And he's won everybody. If you know anything
triangle
about the NBA.
offense.
No.
Yep.
Am I right?
Phil
Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Yep.
Damn. See, I
know.
know a little bit
Yeah,
of ball.
you're all right. But it's funny because I think that it's the fans that maybe when we see the clips on Twitter and or X, when we see them on Instagram of them going after the opposing fans, it's something that does give everybody a distasteful feel about them. But they're New Yorkers, though. It's just who they are. And I'm like saying that because it's just genuinely who they are. And if I had that many people around me, I would probably be a little crazy too. But, you're right. The Pacers took the year off. The Pacers are going to be back. They're going to be rocking. We're going to be okay.
I think it's going to be fine. It's good for the fan base to get their win.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for the NBA for that to happen, and every fan base deserves to have a championship. In your adult lifetime,
Yes.
we've had one for the Colts.
Yeah.
We are owed one for the damn Pacers.
Absolutely beyond.
It's overtime, and I feel like I don't want to see the legacies. This is coming from an IndyCar fan who's my guy's won, I don't know, 4 championships in 5 years, but it's really cool to see new winners, new champions, new fan bases win. So if
I'll give you that.
when it's time for the Milwaukee Bucks to win, great for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
New York City, when it's great for them. And when the Sonics finally come back to Seattle, they deserve one too, because it's been since 1980.
But I saw somebody today say that Jalen Brunson was better than SGA, and I don't like SGA, but that's not even a comparison. Nothing against Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson is a hustler, and he's one of those guys that it's tough to hate him because the guy he's like TJ McConnell. He doesn't hustle as much as TJ, but he does hustle.
Yep.
So you have to respect that. But it's also like, let's keep things in perspective. A lot of things really fell their way. A lot of things.
Yeah.
They got a young Detroit team who they went up against who didn't have the experience that they needed. Cleveland kind of imploded in front of them. The Celtics, they were like the Pacers, where they were just kind of injury riddled this season. Not as bad as the Pacers. They definitely handled it better than the Pacers did. And then when they played San Antonio, did you see the age difference in each position? Like Karl Anthony Towns is 29.
And
Wembanyama is 21.
And you look at the NBA and the damn postseason taking until mid-June, an older team's going to wear out.
Yeah,
that makes sense. And the
Knicks are the older team.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I was getting more of experience because to say what you said though, but just look at it from a different angle, is that it is that, but it's also that experience helps you get through that, because I'm sure those young guys, they're not used to that, especially those guys who've only been out of college a few years. Their season's done in March. They're not going all the way to June. They didn't play 82 games, which I did hear the NBA is looking to move to 72 games.
That makes some sense.
But I don't know if that was one of those
screw with
fake
record books
thread
though.
article.
The points per
It
year,
should,
all of that
yes.
stuff. That's gonna when you start
LeBron's
playing
records are
around.
never going to be broken.
Yeah, you start playing around with the number of games, number of starts, all of those things that.
So let's just agree that the Knicks season this year gets an asterisk.
Let's do that, yeah. Like when the Lakers won in the COVID.
Or
The COVID,
the lockout year where they only played 52 games.
Yeah.
Is that an asterisk year too?
Or Roger Maris's 61.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's an asterisk.
Okay.
So the Hartford Whalers, they moved to Carolina, and I lost track of them. We're talking NHL and NHL
Because
now.
the two winter sports
are
finished
finishing
their
up
seasons.
in June.
Mid-June.
Mid-June. We are within days, within a week of summer.
And the NBA finals would still be they'd still be going on
if they hadn't won. Yeah, they both ended somewhat early, like in game 5.
Well, hold up, we're the only ones that play basketball during the winter, correct? That's why
It's summer Olympic sport in other places. Yeah. So the Carolina Hurricanes.
Correct.
I, for the life of me, did not know they didn't play in Charlotte.
Really?
They're in Raleigh. I didn't know this.
I didn't know that till you just said that.
Yeah, I would just have assumed Charlotte.
I'm not gonna lie. This is why I had a hard time cheering for them because they are
they're
in Raleigh,
right there with Duke.
And no, they're in North Carolina State.
Okay,
and they're the same colors in North Carolina State. And being a Tar Heel fan, it's just everything's going against them. But I did cheer for them in the finals.
So I was another one of those cool that fan base gets to win, and then I just watch hockey as it's going on TV or whatever, and then the victory happens, and they start zooming in on the players. And you know how teams have a sponsor on them? And the Pacers, is it Lilly? Is that who the Pacers have nowadays? Maybe on their
Salesforce,
Salesforce, whatever.
Motorola, and then now it's Salesforce. Yeah.
So it's Nucor for the Hurricanes. Now, I work for the opposite of Nucor.
Okay.
My company is the exact opposite. I had to turn the TV off. I work for we are like oil and vinegar different, and I'm like, oh no, I'm out.
Yeah.
I cannot watch this team celebrate now.
What's one of the hardest things about watching OKC because they have that Love's truck stop.
Yeah.
Not that I have a problem with Love's truck stop, but it just looks so ugly on the jersey. But it's all right.
I was out.
Sure Love's paid enough where we're making their job easier because we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's good for them.
There you go. Good for them.
Yeah, congratulations. But yeah, I looked at that and I went, oh no, I'm done. Like I was immediately out over that.
I've never watched hockey, a complete game, I don't think, until these finals. And it was a blast.
You ever watch the Olympic hockey?
I did. I didn't watch the whole game of the gold medal game. I watched, I think, the third period.
Yeah.
And that was the most hockey I'd watched to that point in my life. Now I'm kind of getting into it a little bit.
Okay.
I think the smaller rink size in the Olympics was fun. It created a faster, more was happening. Everything being a little more compressed.
Yeah, I watch the NHL from a distance, meaning I see the highlights on Sports Center.
Same.
Yeah,
same.
And I'll watch part of an occasional game. If like my wife's out of town and I have nothing to do, I'll do that. But when it comes to the Olympics, I don't want to say I'm all in, but I do enjoy it a lot more. I'll watch plenty of games that I can from beginning to end.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're ready to go out and get your American tattoo.
Well, as I say, because I love America.
Yeah. You're just getting
you're
just wrapping yourself in eagles and flags and here we go.
See the size of the eagle on his back.
Well, Zach's down to no shirt over there and whatever else. We can see all of his tattoos. We're going to try to end the show before we see any of Lee's.
He's got the patriotic thong on right now.
We're going to put the clothes back on before the
I
picture.
didn't know he had a pentagram on his arm. Did you know that?
It was a phase.
Okay.
It was a phase, and he doesn't like to talk about it.
Fair
back
enough.
tattoo's bigger, yours or Reggie's?
Oh no, I can't see my back tattoo. I just paid him the money. Whatever my wife wanted.
So
like, what the hell?
We've surprisingly been fans of the World Cup around here. Watching that, I was blind to this world 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And then I started to see a bunch of Europeans had come over and they were, experiencing American culture.
You talked about it. My phone listened.
Yes.
It's all I have on Instagram right now.
And well, Instagram takes about a week. So after, it hits the TikTok and then Instagram will get there and then it'll be on your Facebook Reels in a couple of weeks for grandma.
I don't have TikTok, so it just goes straight.
Well, that's why I'm preparing you for what's coming next. And then the talk of the Scottish, the Tartan Army, I think they call it.
I am all in. I am all in with these fellas. These guys are great.
I haven't seen a woman among them. It's just the BBC has sent over their own media, BBC Scotland Sports, and I went down the rabbit hole and I started following their YouTube channel and their reporters. They sent 15,000 of their fans to the Boston Red Sox game. And they have never seen baseball in their lives, but they were there to party. And it's been spectacular. Dudes in kilts singing the Proclaimers Walk 500 Miles. Sweet Caroline, just leaning in with their chants.
Suck this year.
Yeah, the Red Sox got beat. They lost 6-4, but the fans didn't care.
What do these people do for a living where they can come over here for like a month and a half?
Europeans get like 6 weeks of vacation a year.
Wow.
That's a normal thing.
Look who hates America now, Zach.
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
I mean, like I've mentioned on the show before. I've been to some international. I've been to F1 and MotoGP at the track. Those bring international crowds. And there was a family and they were Canadian, so they were like, that's European light. And they had taken off like 3 weeks and had gone to a race in Laguna Seca and had taken a pop-up camper with kayaks on the roof and had camped their way across the United States for 2 weeks till they got to Indianapolis for the next race. And I've heard that if you ever run into somebody from Europe or Australia while you're on vacation, don't tell them where you live, because there's a great chance that they're going to show up in a couple of years and they're going to want to crash with you. And they might be for a month because they might be just touring the country.
I think this has been one of the best parts of the World Cup getting hosted here. It's the first time it's happened since 1994. I was doing other things in 1994, so I wasn't paying that much attention.
I don't either.
We only had 3 channels, and I grew up on Messick Road, and it felt like
I was
1946.
And
So
OJ was on every one of them.
yeah, the World Cup was literally happening
I'll
as
tell
the
you what,
OJ
the
OJ.
That was also
week was
the
happening.
first year that Newcastle High School had a varsity soccer team. Was 1994.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know
I
that.
happen to know that because I have a shirt somewhere for that back in the day.
We should
Yeah,
all
that was the
shirts like
first.
cups.
I mean, at that point,
Oh,
soccer
yeah.
was kind of in its infancy in the United States. It's just like a viable sport.
because of social media, we are so much more connected, and the ability for folks to stay in touch, that I think as these folks travel to the US, they're going to make connections and lifelong connections that you're going to see them come back and continue to, those that hung out in Boston are probably going to go check out a Patriots game again at some point. Or when NFL Europe goes, they'll go watch the Patriots play. You're going to see people that will continue to show up and they're going to show up at Auburn games, right?
Oh,
This
yeah.
Freddie dude that drove across the United States and got to see a friendly at Auburn with the War Eagle flying around. Those connections are going to last, and you're going to continue to see. And that's my favorite part of the World Cup so far. And I hate to admit it, but some of the actual on-field stuff's been pretty compelling as well.
Soccer is really interesting if you can have some like patience to understand that it's a bit of a chess match when they're playing. It's not like people expect it to be like football or basketball where it's super fast paced, and it's more like a siege in which you're just trying to punch a hole in their defense and score.
When you see multiple scoring opportunities in a hurry, which you saw in the Netherlands-Japan game, it's great. It's phenomenal. I enjoyed it greatly.
I'm still all in on the United States, and I still like my Colombians. But my dark horse is the Scottish. I'm in love with these people. They know how to party.
I'm like, there's a reason why soccer is the most popular sport in the world. And I think people think, oh, Americans are like diehard fans of stuff. Oh, they're other fans of other sports in other countries. And like,
It's like a cult.
it's called Brazil had a guy who scored on their own. He scored on his own team on accident, and he was killed at a bar not long after that.
As
Like
he
this
should have
is,
been.
yeah. I mean,
No,
it's a like they take it very seriously, and this is their national identity for like countries like Brazil.
So they were interviewing folks. A lot of these people spent 5,000 to 10,000 quid to come over for a couple of weeks. Some of them are balling out of budget, and they're living on air mattresses or whatever else. They are tailgating. Apparently, at the World Cup, you can't tailgate inside the facility. So I know at Gillette Stadium, they were basically in the parking lots at the mall next door, and they were pulling up in party buses, and then just having at it at Bass Pro. They drank all of the beer at Cheers. It was gone. Cheers bar. There have legitimately been like problems at the distribution level in the city because of the volume that the Scots have been drinking.
Sam Adams.
Sam
It was
Adams.
the Sam Adams Brewery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. It was there as well because I saw something about that, and they were like, people don't realize how much beer people in Boston drink, so they're used to the volume, and to run out, it's pretty impressive. Good job, Scotland.
Yeah.
We probably need to have like Scotland and Wisconsin people.
Yeah,
Like,
so
all team up
Oh my
together.
gosh, just implode the whole.
the Midwest kind of got hosed on this. The nearest stadium sites to where we record from are Toronto and Kansas City. Milwaukee, like Green Bay,
Lambeau Field would have been a great place.
Lambeau would have been really cool. But I also know that FIFA is damn near the mafia, and they were not easy on communities to bring it into. So some of these communities really did have to bend over backwards
Mhm.
for FIFA to play. So I understand why our Midwestern sensibilities didn't necessarily bring them in.
Could pay for it with Cole's cash, right?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Even Chicago said, no way in hell. We ain't doing it.
I was gonna say Chicago would be pretty. We
can't
talked
even
about
keep
a little bit
stadium.
last week, but I think we did about the sponsorship thing, about how none of the venues are allowed to have any of their sponsors visible unless they're also a FIFA sponsor. And so like Levi's had to cover their logo. Somebody went apparently on every chair in Gillette Stadium. It says Gillette Stadium in Gillette's font. So somebody went on every seat in that stadium and covered the Gillette with a piece of like electrical tape.
I think
And there's-
someone had to do that with
and
the
there's-
Heinz ketchup.
Yeah, on all the
mustard.
catch balls. But
They put electrical tape over every Heinz logo.
But they said there's 61,000 seats in that stadium for the FIFA matches. So somebody put 61,000 pieces of tape, and then that means when they're done, somebody has to take 61,000 pieces of tape off the seats. I was just
Take
like,
one down, pass it around.
So Levi's sponsors the 49ers stadium in Santa
Yeah.
Clara. They fully lean into it, and they had like wrapped the
They
logo
tightly wrapped
in so it was form fitting in the Levi's logo, and they wrapped it in red. So they just changed their logo for the week to match it, and they just leaned in. So Levi's like, whatever, we didn't pay for it. We're gonna joke about it. So I'm in. You're on Team Scotland. That's your
Yes.
girlfriend team. You're
Mhm.
still an American, but that's your girlfriend
it's a
team.
side piece.
I had side pieces, but
Yeah.
with the wife, yes.
All right.
I got a side piece for each arm.
Okay.
Colombia and Scotland. I would have a hell of a party.
No kidding. You will not survive the World
I
Cup.
don't think so.
I'm still on Team Mexico.
We have like 3 weeks to go still.
Yeah, we're nowhere.
July 16th.
Yeah, we're nowhere close to anything. I think they're now just playing this. I'm not expert in any of this, but they have to play 3 games, and that will get you through pool play. And of the 4 teams in a pool, 1 goes away.
Ooh, interesting thing that just came across my phone the other day. Evidently there's a way that America plays England
Yes.
on July 4th in Philadelphia.
In Philly, potentially.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Somebody
the
set that
rematch.
up on purpose.
It depends upon a few things going that way, but that is a very plausible reality that could be there. I think Houston is also a possibility of those 2 teams playing, but Philly is chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. IndyCar Road Americas this weekend, the most beautiful race course in all the land, Zach. 4 miles. Alex Palou is going to win by 14 seconds.
I hope not.
But-
Nothing against him. I just hope not. It's a better race than that.
It's just good to have racing
Maybe a
back,
new
and it's a really neat track.
Maybe the tire compound change will, or I guess it wasn't compound change. Did you listen to Off Track today?
Not yet. And they changed the
They
hybrid
changed,
motors.
They changed how they make the tires due to an EPA regulation, and it bought Alex Rossi's car 1.8 seconds a lap.
Wow.
Nothing else changed.
At Road America.
At Road America. He tested on Monday, and he had him drive the last year's compound and this year's compound. And they said the difference was only because of an EPA regulation and something that they did during production of the tire, and that bought them it was either a second and a half or 1.8 seconds a lap. So I want to go up there. I was pricing it again. It's salty to go up to that race. I want to go up there real bad because it is a gorgeous facility. And
I know Wisconsin summer lasts like 8 weeks, so they don't have a lot of opportunity, but it's between the Indianapolis 500 and Mid-Ohio. So Memorial Day and 4th of July, they shove it into June, and I just stroked a check to pay for my Indianapolis Motor Speedway stuff.
oh, so did I.
I can't
It's
go.
rough.
I can't go to Road America this month. It's just not in the cards. If it was in late August and I wasn't expecting a child in late August, I would probably make it happen. But this part of the calendar, it doesn't work for me. Sad news, Dennis Reinbold, the owner of Dreyer and Reinbold Racing, passed away, cancer. He was the car owner for Connor Daly in this year's Indianapolis 500. Nearly won the race the year before with Ryan Hunter-Reay, fielded an IndyCar for like 25 years. Really, really sad and disappointing story. There was a lot of rumors that he and his team were getting ready to buy into Juncos Hollinger Racing and become a full-time IndyCar team again. The guy, his family was so tied to the speedway that in the 1940s, his grandfather was a car owner. Pops Dreyer owned a car that raced in the Indy 500 in the 40s. So I think he goes back further than anybody else in IndyCar, like his family. Before Penske, before AJ Foyt was there, before any of them, his family was racing at the Speedway. So it's not a loss that it was expected by the fan base. So disappointing. Scott Dixon, the legend, Zach. Apparently, Jenna Fryer has written that he's potentially leaving Ganassi Racing.
Yeah, or at least he's. But I haven't read our article yet, but they have not reached an agreement on a contract for this upcoming year. And
he's like an unrestricted free agent where he can go wherever he wants to. I did a little digging trying to find this story, and Jenna Fryer, she was with the Associated Press. Now she's independent journalist over at Substack. In 2018, she wrote a story saying that McLaren had tried to sign him, and he signed a contract that was probably going to take him through the end of his career. So now here we're 8 years later, and the same damn thing is happening again, Zach. The guy's still racing. He's still just a badass. I think he won a race very late last year already. Has he won? I don't think he's won this year. He
hasn't won this year.
Not yet. But he's won an IndyCar race like 25 years in a row. And now potentially McLaren's going after him again 8 years after they couldn't get him the first time.
That'll be interesting. I don't see him really. It'd be shocked if he left.
It'd be a different color orange.
He's been at Chip Ganassi for 24 years. Another year would be 25. Be his 25th year. 2002.
Yeah.
Damn.
Last little bit of racing news. Josh Berry is out over at the Wood Brothers, NASCAR's oldest team. And Jesse Love is in. I know you're a big Jesse Love fan, Bones.
I was more of a Josh Berry fan.
Jesse Love, 21 years old.
Oh, see,
pretty good gig if you can get it.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. That's all I got, guys. It's easy week.
Easy.
It's summer.
It is. This is like,
will be like Sunday morning.
Yeah. This is all the sports are done.
And maybe you could have a nice cup of coffee on that Sunday morning.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to you sharing with me about
on
it.
Father's Day. This would be a great Father's Day.
Sunday's Father's Day. Yeah. I guess it's my first one. Yeah. So I will get the boiler out, the kettle, and I will do a grind. Do you like a fine grind, a coarse grind? What's the go-to? How should I do this?
It really just depends on what kind of French press you have. I mean, I'm a classic coarse grind guy.
Okay.
I just am. I feel like if it goes too much, I feel like you lose what's important. It's just really personal preference. Now, if you ask my wife, she'll say whatever Lee does, because a lot of people don't really notice it. But the grind is so important regarding the flavor, the type of the roast, and everything.
All right.
And mostly the coffee maker you have.
Yep. Well, I do it old school. So and the way this came about is we do a lot of dry camping. So when we go camp on somebody's farm, we go to a racetrack, I don't want to have to bring electricity with me, or I don't always know that I'll have electricity.
Sure.
So I want to be able to boil water off propane and then grind it up, and I'm fully self-contained. I can just knock it out.
Please send me a picture of it. I'm being serious. I want to hear about it.
I'm all in. We're gonna do it. It'll happen. If it doesn't happen tomorrow morning, it'll happen this weekend. And I'm very excited about it. Mr. Zach, final thoughts from you.
I'm gonna bring up something that was brought to me, and I see him post around. Aaron Dickens been posting that they are doing an art show or a exhibit at the Henry County Arts Center from June 30th to July 31st, but there's going to be a reception on July 9th. So that it's for art done by his dad, Steve Dickens, and Bill Ziegler, I believe is his name. I don't know if people remember him. When I was younger, he had a lot of like old timey stuff, and he would bring it to Riley Elementary, and like not like muskets and stuff, but like that kind of era stuff. But and show people how stuff worked back in the day. But they're doing an art exhibit at the Henry County Arts Center with the reception on the 9th. So feel free to check that out. If you want more information, check out Aaron Dickens' Facebook, because I'm sure it's public on there.
I think that's a Thursday night.
Probably. Yeah. 6 to 8 though. You can get there before the show.
There you go. Mr. Bones, thanks for making it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for waiting.
Yeah, we're happy to do it.
Sorry for the holdup.
I assume it was traffic.
It was Indianapolis is a pain in the ass at times.
Yeah.
But we all need it.
That was beautiful.
Listen, man, dodging potholes, I fully understand.
There's some big ones.
Yeah.
But anyways, happy Father's Day to all you mother truckers out there, and have a good weekend.
I'm looking forward to my first one
Next year.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, is it Stolen Valor for this year?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done some.
No.
I've built a crib.
Nope.
This year it's Daddy's Day instead of Father's Day.
Oh,
There you go.
Ooh.
all right.
All right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Daddy
Lee,
likey.
Lee, thanks for being here, man.
Guys, thank you so much for having me on. It's always great coming in and talking to you guys. I appreciate you letting me share about my new company. I also want to give a shout out to Zach, because I know I was sitting here talking about, which he, just so everybody knows, he has no clothes on right now. But that being said, Zach's just a great coach.
He's great
And
with kids.
He is great with kids. And my son worships the ground he walks on because he's that good of a coach. So I got to give a shout out to him.
Yep. Yeah. Zach is he's going to make us edit all of this out.
Yeah.
But he spends so much time and effort doing stuff for the community that nobody ever sees.
No, they don't.
Whether it's this show or the attending city council meetings or being informed or coaching multiple sports
Yeah.
at the middle school and high school level.
Appreciate it, Zach. Thank you.
I try.
Yep. Very, very much a pillar of the community, even though folks don't know him. Thank you, Lee. Glad to have you.
Thanks, guys.
I'm excited about my coffee and the new venture.
FreshlineCoffeeCo.com. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram.
Yep. We will be dark next week on account of life. We got I've got some work travel coming up next week and some other stuff. So no show next week, but we will catch you the following week. Be safe. Have fun. We'll see you then.